My name's Kevin Nichols. I live in Huntsville. I first started coming to get chiropractic care 5 years ago. I've actually lived with pain in my back for almost 20 years from injuries from playing soccer in college. And it was just something I learned to deal with over time. And specifically my lower back in the mornings, I'd have to push myself to get out of bed in the morning to raise up out of bed. And I just got used to that. Everything I did, whether I was out trying to play golf or work around the yard, the next day I was always in pain and just, again, I just kind of got used to it and just dealt with it the way it was. And then a little over 5 years ago, the pain started to get worse. Things that had normally helped relieve that pain were no longer helping. So normally sitting down in a chair, the pain would subside if my back was bothering me throughout the day, and that started to not occur anymore. So it got to a point where even sitting in a chair, the pain in my lower back, it was a tightening sensation. It just felt like my lower back just kept getting tighter and tighter, and I even started to feel like I was losing circulation in my feet. My feet would be getting cold, whether I was walking, sitting, or whatever the case may be. So I went ahead and sought out coming to a chiropractor. I'd seen a chiropractor in the past, but not on a routine like this. And so, researched chiropractor in the area, and that's when I found, Dr. Greg's office. And I came in here, he did my initial evaluation and described to him, what symptoms I was having, past issues I'd have, and, he put me on a plan and started doing the physical therapy and getting the routine adjustments. And I would say pretty quickly I could feel the difference. In the morning when I woke up, I didn't have the same pain in my back. It wasn't initially the next day, but shortly within a week or two, it was just less and less painful getting out of bed in the morning. When I was doing any kind of activities, working out in the yard, playing golf, it was less painful. As I, and just more time as I spent getting the chiropractic care, the pain just subsided. Well, after starting my care with Dr. Greg, I think one of my prime examples was kind of a shining moment that I shared with Dr. Greg. Was I helped someone move, and I was pretty much doing 90% of the work, and we loaded up a 24-foot U-Haul on a Friday night, drove 3.5 hours in that U-Haul, unloaded it into a storage locker the next day, and then got in a car with 5 other people and drove 3.5 hours back. And the next day I woke up and didn't have 1 ounce of pain in my back. I could have gone and mowed the yard the next day. I actually think I did. Or played golf, where normally I would have been in pain for several days following that. So what I've learned, and that's why I've stayed on the maintenance, is I come in on weekly adjustments to just make sure, I stay aligned. It just helps me feel better on a daily basis. It helps with my energy level, my overall health. I'm always in good health. I don't have routine illnesses. And so, I've learned that just maintaining, that alignment in my spine and everything helps the body function the way it should. And I've just made that important to myself to not wait till I'm in pain, to hopefully stay ahead of it and not get to the point of being in pain. What I like about the office staff and the staff members here, they're always very welcoming, they're friendly, even from my first visit when I came in, just showing you around how everything works in the office and giving you a tour of the office. But they're always very upbeat, they're encouraging when they ask about how you're feeling, and I'm always very upbeat when I come in here. I look forward to coming in, so I'm always in a good mood and happy. And they're just very warm and welcoming, and you know that they truly care about your health and your well-being on a daily basis. actually, I've given this advice to many people, friends, loved ones, colleagues, co-workers, staff that I work with, that just, different issues they might be having and what they might have been doing. And I've always recommended in certain situations seeking out chiropractic care just because of the benefits that it's given me, and I know that the benefits it can give them. Friends of mine that have dealt with migraine headaches, and how that could potentially impact that. One of my staff members not too long ago was having problems with a sciatic, and I said, hey, go see Dr. Gray and his staff, because it's something she's dealt with for years, and she goes to the doctors and gets medication and stuff, but it's not really solving the problem. It's just covering it up for a little bit. So I always recommend to them, if you really want to improve the way you're feeling and how you're living on a daily basis and not live in pain, go seek that chiropractic care. So to quote Albert Einstein, said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, if you've been dealing with pain and dealing with it the same way and you're still getting the same results and living in pain, then that's the definition of sanity. Get that chiropractic care to make yourself feel better.